I'm here to present my project vendor approach for the Oddo HAckathon. So in this project, basically we have to build a vendor platform ERP system basically which connects vendor and manages all their workflows from ordering, procurement, payment, etc. So I have built this application where vendor procurement officers and managers can log in or register and can procure or sell their products. Let's move further. So this is our admin web page. So here is the JSON data basically localized, not up to the mark. Now in vendor, we can add vendor like Oddo, Cybertrons. This is how we can add a vendor. So you can check all the vendors like this. We can send login emails, and we can blacklist also. Or there is also dark options. Now RFQ request for quotation. We can create request for quotation from here. For example, test RFQ test RFQ KSV. We can select multiple categories from here. For example, we select raw material. If you want to add budget, we can add, or also we can skip that. Now we want to add quantity. For example, say we need 100 quantities, and like in liters, like we can use like requirement for milk in our factory. We can also add some special instructions here. Deadline should be set up here. For example, we like 30th till 10 o'clock. And we can also assign to particular vendor if you want to, or we can also create RFQ directly. So RFQ is created. You can see test RFQ is there. Now let's move to the vendor. Vendor. This is the vendor web page. Okay. We can also see RFQ has been assigned. If you open that RFQ, raw material 100 liters, requirement for milk and fat. Now we can submit quotation from here. Like we can sell it for 90 rupees per liter. We can set up delivery date like 2 days. Okay. We can also add a condition or delivery schedule. Like we can add like test. Okay. We confirm this and we submit our quotation. Now we can watch our quotation from here. This is our quotation. We have submitted the quotation. Okay. Now this quotation has to be approved by the officer. Now if we go to RFQ here or in the procurement officer web page, we can see here we can see the quotation summary. If we check for comparison, we can see that. Let's suppose we add one more here. Let's add one more quotation. RFQ. This is the summary quotation. We add like 120 rupees per liter for suppose, but our delivery time is 1 day. We submit this. Okay. Now if we check, it is giving the best value according to price, delivery, etc. Okay. We like submit for approval. Now in approvals, we can see there is like this. If you want to request revision, we can also request reject also and approve. Let's approve. Okay. So purchase order has been generated here. You can see purchase order here has been generated. Now if we go to the vendor web page, we can see the purchase order. If we see here, we can accept order here. We accept. Okay. Now we need to generate invoice. So basically in invoice, we go here and we can use invoice here. The invoice has been generated here for the milk 45,000. Now here the vendor has to confirm the delivery. The delivery is marked. Now I can generate invoice here. Oh my god, this is the sorry, this is the here we will generate the invoice. Invoice generated. Here we can see invoice here. Now after delivery we can mark as paid. We have to input the things like credit card, etc. Like suppose we have a transfer, transaction ID 1234, bank transfer. We mark as paid. It is paid. We go to the vendor, invoices. We can see this, all the things. We can also download the PDF. This is the bill. Also, we will receive the emails also, and notification will all be there. And this is the settings, basically reset password and everything. And also, let me show you the this is the admin web page. Analytics will be there, like total vendors, how many expenditure, and also notification will be there for everything. And activity also, like new user, what has been happening, everything also, notification and everything. Vendor, we can also blacklist and suspend vendors, login emails. Also, after like delivering, let's go here in invoices. This is the vendor. This is the procurement officer. In invoices, like this is the invoice. In purchase order, we can also rate the vendor, like what is the experience and quality. We can also write that. Submit rating. Rating will be updated as the vendor. So that's all from my side. I think this I'm using PostgreSQL server, the localhost, and this is my server. These are all my tables here. These are all my tables here. Also, let me show you the emails. So the like this is how emails are sent. Like this is the email sent. This is the email sent for invoice and everything. That's all from my side. Thank you.